Alright, we're down here on the floor for the mixing table. Here I've got a pail of mud, and I'll just take enough mud in order to mix my quick set with, which is hardener, to allow me to do all this job in about an hour, hour and a half. So I want to get quite a bit so that my one pie will be enough to do the whole job. I think I got more than enough here, but if I waste anything, that won't even make it to $1's worth of mud, so it's not a bad idea. Let's keep everything nice and efficient. So here we go. Took it from the hot, lay it down. Now, donut in the middle. They call them my pies. Some will call it a donut. Looks like I'm baking. Let's get this center cleared out here. And this will hold our water. It's our reservoir to hold the water. There we go. And then we're clear of any mud on the top of the tools. I'll take the hawk and just set it aside for now. Now we need our water bottle. We're going to put a 1/2 inch of water in the bottom of this. The mud itself is standing about 1.5 inches high. So 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch of water. And then this other pail over here has Plaster Paris Quickset. I got a little scoop bucket that comes from a water bottle. And we're going to load this up in here, right in the water. We want that to dissolve in the water. We just keep on going. You don't want it too runny, you don't want it too thick. We'll just get to a happy in between here. As long as the powder's dissolved without showing water everywhere else, you'll have the right amount. Right now it's dissolving very well, and it's completely white. That means I'm going to have enough in there that won't be any water showing. But we're going to have to give it some time to dissolve into the water and let it turn all gray. So that's why I'm setting up the pie right now. We have to go back and prepare our surface. And if I have this all leveled out and evened out, and by the time we get back to here from preparing the surface, this powder will dissolve and turn all gray so that we can pull pieces of the pie and go to our mission. Now I'll grab myself my 4-inch knife, and we'll go to the area that we need to clean up. We'll remove any loose paper, and we'll start taping the damaged area with a piece of the pie. There's my 4-inch knife. It's very sharp. It's good for picking at things like that. Tiny little bachelor kitchen in here. We've got edges of paint. This used to be a fluorescent light up here, so there's edges of mud, edges of paint. These are fairly smooth, but not totally where I want them. His biggest issue is this pot light here in the center. There's mud built up on this side. The high spots scraped away. And same idea here. Alright, now this is the area we need to work the most. Here's some loose paper. He's wondering how I'm going to reconstruct this. Take a piece of drywall and actually replace it. Or set it up and plaster it up so that that sits in there properly with all repairs done. All outside feels good. A little bit of paint line. We got a screw there and one over here we'll get, plus the paint line itself. But our focus area is in here. So what we'll do first is we're going to grab the Plaster Paris Quickset and pre-fill this to flat. And then we're going to take tape over this area and over here. We can't put tape on there till they're brought more even. The client warned me on the phone. He says, well, it's not even, it's not level, it's all kinds of funny things. Well, it is, but it is repairable. So we'll get back to the Plaster Paris Quickset on the mixing board, and we'll pick up some Plaster Paris and get started on this little repair. So back we go. Oh, it's dissolving very well. Good. Just a little bit not dissolved there, but you know what? We're not taking the whole thing. So here, we'll take a small piece of the pie. I believe it won't take that much, though it's fairly thick, so it's going to be super quick hardening. When it's nice and thick like that, not much water or moisture, it will harden quicker for my project. And since my project is so tiny, that's not a bad thing. We got more than enough plaster for what I need to do up there, but let me just say, it's not that expensive. You're better off mixing more than enough than not enough. Let's make mixing very well. And pick up. I like to blend it a little bit on the hot, but let's just pick up. We'll go back to that hole once I picked all this up. We'll measure little pieces of drywall tape that I have here in my box that I'll take with me, and we'll start rebuilding the drywall around that particular pot light. Just reach in here. We just need a couple of lengths. That's a 300 feet. It's more than I need, I figure. 500 feet. And let's get back to that patch. Before this stuff takes off on us, you say it's a little job, so I have time to think about it. Now, I'll have to set that there. Now, it is very uneven over here. This needs mostly repair. Let's load up some mud in it, and we'll reconstruct. Oh boy, it's not going to enjoy being reconstructed, so it's going to take some work here. We'll pre-fill this. We're actually rebuilding the drywall, trying to get back to the paper from the back of the drywall. Somebody did some breaking in here. Chunks. Okay, let's pre-fill it a little bit. Over here on this side, it's sticking to the drywall that was pushed up, so it's not going to fall on my head. We hope. Okay. Now, placing tape. There's a lot of broken spots on the back side of this. Set myself up there. Now, let's check the tape. We're going to make it go from there to there. I'm going to do that twice. 1 and 2. Place this on the hook. There's one of them. Take the mud and load it up, 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch of mud on the back of that tape. Alright, pick it up. We'll go to the area that needs the rebuilding. There we go. That's making the paper for the opposite side of the drywall. Now, beside it, the crack is still there, so we clear the spot on the hawk again. Back to this little piece of paper again, some paper tape, 1/8 to 1/4 again. And up into position, which is back here where there's another crack. Overlap by at least 1/4. You want the surfaces to join together. Very nice. Now reconstruct. This side here needs to be reconstructed as well. And we'll run tape this way. So let's measure up what we need for tape again. By bringing it up, and we'll do this one first. We need 1, 2 pieces this length, and lay it down on the hawk. We repeat this step. 1/4 inch of mud behind there, or behind the tape. Left. And it's here that I want to do. And place. We'll cut out that hole afterwards. This stuff will harden. It'll allow us to cut out the hole afterwards. Okay, this one. Clear my area. Forward, and let's make another one. Excellent. And where are we? Oh, right in here. We're just meeting the other joint that we need to fix going across here, but here's our overlap. There's our tape again. It is getting put back together. Plaster Paris hardens really hard, so that's going to allow me to set that pot light back into position and not have to worry about strength for the clips that are holding it in. So that's what we don't want to worry about. Now let's measure our last little piece of tape. This is the one going across here. And that reconstructs the hole and makes it tight enough to make this pot light clips work again. So we lay that down. Very good. And let's help it up here. Very nice. And we'll be back to cut it afterwards. Flatten it out first. And now we're just take the rest of our mud and get the other little details up here. So we have the paint lines and the screw over here. So give it a coat. Bring the paint line and fix that up. Give it a coat. Alright, now we go to this end. We've got a couple little screw holes. These are sticking out. The back of my knife. There's a paper sticking out. Take the back and push. Now, recoat that. There's a screw. Give a little skim from behind the cupboard for just a small paint line here. And over here, the same deal. And make it smooth. Now we got a little bit of quick set left on the hearth. It's still movable, so we'll see if we can make things a little flatter yet. We'll just add a little bit of mud here and there and just help out the flattening process. Here's a real deep, big area. This will get a chance to harden, in which case I'll be cutting a new hole for that pot light. Okay, for a first coat, we can't do any more than that. We actually have to let it harden, and we'll come back with our next coat, in which case we'll be hiding the tape with our next coat.